Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
Because there's always a set of choices that can be made outside of the choices that you're making. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. And it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I want to share this quote with you. It is a quote from the book I've been reading. Yes, you guys, I feel like a broken record telling you to get this book. It's the 3rd time I've read it, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And I will probably read it again right after I'm done reading it. I think I have 3 pages left. And I'm kind of sad because I might just start it over tomorrow morning. So with that said, one of the quotes, there's a million great quotes in there, but it is, if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. What does that mean? So where in your life are you fighting for something, blaming someone, justifying, and really fighting for your limitation, maybe by thinking I'm not smart enough, or that's not a possibility for me, or I can't do that. I have anxiety. I can't do that. I don't have that education. If you keep on saying these things to yourself, you're actually fighting to keep the limitation that you have placed upon yourself. And I want you to look back throughout potentially your history of your family and see where there is a limitation that you have decided to adopt. That something you weren't even thinking beforehand has come up within your family, and you have decided that it's a family curse. And you've decided to believe that it's your curse as well. This is where our brains are choosing to opt in to these limiting beliefs and adopting them and saying, this must be true. This is what I've seen. This must be true. So I know that there has been multiple places in my life where someone told me something and I decided that it was true and wore that, right? Like wore that as a badge of honor. I have anxiety. It runs in my family, depression, struggles with weight. And that was just something that was a part of me. Like, this is just what I'm dealing with. So this is why I am how I am. Look at my family. Like, look at what we struggle with. Look at our struggle. Do you feel bad for us? Right? And that is a decision. And if you're like, no, it's not, then you're fighting for your limitation, because there's always a set of choices that can be made outside of the choices that you're making. Right? There's always a set of choices that you can be making. And if right now you're feeling upset, it's probably because there is a part of you that knows this is true and is really afraid of what might happen if you decide to break that family pattern and break the chain. You're probably afraid that you won't be freaking accepted at Christmas. You're probably afraid that, your family might reject you. You're probably afraid of the really crazy hard work that is going to come on the other side of accepting that this may not be true, right? When I decided to reject the idea that I had bad genetics, like I had been told my whole life, when I decided to reject that idea, that meant that I couldn't have my 3 to 4 snacks at night after dinner every single night and just eat from 7 p.m. from when I finished dinner until 10:30 at night when I went to bed. That would mean I'd have to make a different set of choices that would get me a completely different outcome instead of just saying it's my genetics and I'm blaming them. I'd have to actually take ownership over every single thing that I was doing and eating and thinking, and how I was numbing my emotions and how I didn't actually want to cope with things that were going on in my life. So instead I would just eat and numb out and watch TV and have alcohol. It's because I was afraid of taking ownership and pulling away the only things that I knew that I related to joy. It is hard to take ownership, but it is harder to stay in the blame cycle. It's harder to not break the pattern. It's harder to not live into your purpose, because I know your purpose is tapping you every single night, maybe at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m., or you're waking up that Monday morning and you're saying to yourself, I can't live a freaking another Monday like this. I have to change. Right? It's little pieces of ownership at time, but you need to start acknowledging it starts with awareness. It starts with saying, where am I fighting for my limitation? And what am I actually afraid of? And it's okay to be afraid. Then I can take little baby steps to get out of it. And yes, I am leveling up. I choose to accept that I can level up. I choose to accept that I can get smarter. I choose to accept that I can learn about this thing. I can be an entrepreneur. I can make money. I can make 6 figures. I can make 7 figures. I can be a billionaire. Whatever that looks like, it's the choice to say that you can do it. And then it's the choice to know that you can learn anything that you need to if you are willing to accept failure, and if you are willing to ask the questions, and if you're willing to rewrite your story. Because I thought that if I leveled up, that the amount of work that would come with it would mean that it would sabotage my relationships and sabotage my health. I thought that I would gain weight. I thought that I would be super stressed out. And I thought that all my relationships would strain. And I don't want to accept that either. I want to make a new story about what is possible, but it's going to take massive awareness around the lies that I've been believing around leveling up, right? Am I looking for the stories that people who are stressed out, who say you're never going to be able to make it unless you totally like burn every relationship in your life and it's lonely at the top and this is what it's going to be like? Or do I want to look at the people, like Sarah Blakely, who literally has hired people to do all of the things that she is not good at so that she can thrive in the elements in the zone of genius that she is in her company and make sure she has all of the family time that she wants. How can you prioritize what's important to you and tell yourself a different story around leveling up? How can you say, I don't care how stupid I look asking every single stupid question because I'm going to get my answers? How can you say, I'm breaking this family pattern, this family curse that's been in my past? And what is that going to mean? What new choices do I have to make? And who do I need to start hanging around? And what mentors do I need to start listening to in order to start not believing what I've been told my whole life? So where in your life are you fighting for a limitation? And what are you actually afraid of? And how can you tell yourself a new story around that? And who can be your new mentors for these new stories? You guys, you can do anything. I swear to God, if me being from a super small town, restrictive religion, thinking that I had bad genetics and I was, going to be overweight my whole life, you guys, you can literally do anything. And I know there's a million stories out there that are 10 bazillion times worse than mine or harder than mine. Mine probably looks like a ridiculous walk in the park to so many people. But what I'm telling you is that no matter what story you're telling yourself, we can decide what story we are going to move forward with. And it's going to take time. But my God, please know that it is within your capacity and realm, and it is never too late and it's never too early to start. So I'm sending you guys so much love. I believe in you. I want to be your biggest cheerleader. I'm obsessed with you. Together, we can literally do anything. You're never doing this alone. So stop thinking that you are. You're going to reach out, you're going to network, you're going to make friends, you're going to get those relationships, but you need to start now. Just like my friend Emma Isaacs says, she says that by the time you need a relationship, it is too late. Start networking now, start connecting, start asking questions, start adding value to people's lives. Even if you don't know what to do, go build your community. If you don't know how to do anything else, go meet people, make friends, build your community. Ask how you can add value to other people's lives. You can always do that, right? And as my friend Patrice Washington says, she says, purpose is not postponed. You will find it. You will figure it out. And you will definitely figure it out if you are focusing on adding value to other people's lives. Get out of your own way and just do it. All right. I love you so much. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this. You guys, as always, I'm just so grateful for you. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing. And we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at Kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori. Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it.